Hi, welcome to Jai Swaraajya and JSW TV. This is Anand from USA, New Jersey. We have in our studio. Welcome to our Jai Swaraajya and JSW TV. My name is again Anand, Global Director for the channel. We have here with Hanif. So first time he's contesting for entering into politics actually. Not the party, but in education system. Here the politics is a different way in US. Hi Hanif, nice to meet you.
Hello,
welcome to our studio.
Thank you for inviting me here.
Thank you. Tell us yourself, like what is your education and how you are interested in to enter into the politics basic way to help the society, and especially in education system you are telling about, because the students are main pillars to the nation, any country. So that's the best way. Congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
Good luck also for your near future. Tell us about yourself. What is your education and stuff?
Sure. So I'm going to start from where I'm been living in New Jersey over 18 years, living in a Plainsboro for almost a decade now. My personal education is like I'm a bachelorette and a bachelor degree in a computer science from India. And the reason I'm been actively working in a Plainsboro community, actively involved in a lot of the school events, involved in a lot of the PTA events, book fairs, and technically volunteering in all the events that happens in the school. And I also work with the various boards in a one of the Walker Gordon Farm. There's a community where I'm running and in the HOA over 5 years now. I also serve in some of the technical boards where they decide the Metro Ethernet forums and stuff like that. So based on I was running this, and now I want to involve into the more in-depth community service. So what my goal is that by getting into the system and help the system. So that's the reason I'm choosing to go into the running for Board of Education.
By the way, you said you studied here in the IT field. You have your own firm to living, what you do for living.
Sure. So I have a small business where I run a technical consulting firm work with the Fortune 500 companies. What I do is we provide a cybersecurity services to the clients. That's what I do.
Okay. What is your family? How many children and what they are studying? Just tell about yourself.
Sure. So I'm married over 20 years now, and I have 2 children studying into the WWP school districts.
Okay. And what inspired you to run for the position on the school board?
So I've been working as I'm a committed lifelong volunteer where I work with the various causes for the school as well in last few years. So I wanted to just help the students and as well as the residents of the Plainsboro. So to just extend my community services, I just inspired I decided to run for a Board of Education in the Plainsboro this year.
And what experience you have to enter to serve better your position? How you can tell about yourself, how strong you are?
Sure. So one thing I'm serving in a various boards in a community in a local area, right? So that gives me how the board works. I serve in a various technical technical boards as well, right? So those give me those experience, right? Give me a kind of how to build a kind of a how to build how the board works. That's the first thing is going to give it to me, and then outside of that the impact of those those decisions you make in those board is going to impact the community, right? So how is those impact, right? So those one of the thing. And I'm professionally, I'm also kind of working as a entrepreneur and like small business and work with the various client. We deal with so many different kind of scenarios and issues comes with in our like projects and stuff like that. So that gives you a kind of a very technical edge as well, and that will help me run this run into this kind of this Board of Education position.
Okay. What are some issues that you see within the school districts right now?
So I've been doing a kind of a campaigning over a month or so now. So what I learned from, like I talked to so many parents, so many different teachers, students. What I learned is that a lot of people talking about is the CCT, I would say. When I say CCT is a collaboration, communication, and a transparency. That's the one of the major issue I saw that like our school district does a really good job in the academic excellence, and there is no doubt on that. Our like all the board members who are serving there, they did excellent job on that. But now, because like the pandemic brought a lot of challenges,
Yes.
so because of that, like the dynamic is changed, right? So what we trying to, like there are a lot of mental health issue happen, and the stress, academic stress happen to the so those are the issues I'm seeing it, and like, this is what I'm hearing from the parents.
Okay, that's, and tell us about the system, how Board of Education, how many besides like there will be regular staff, principal and teachers, assistant teachers, the school system works. How the system, like out of these terms, like how the outsiders will come and serve the education system. What is your position actually? What you are running for?
Sure. So the Board of Education technically is served to a students and as well as a residents. So they have a dual role. So the way it works is, right, Board of Education gonna work on the policies and then work with like any issues with the schools. So there is a school superintendent, right, who is in charge of all the schools. So in our district there are 10 different schools, and every school has a principal, and those report to the superintendent, and then the school superintendent works with the Board of Education. Board of Education currently have 9 members, okay. 5 from West Windsor and 4 from Plainsboro. At this moment, there are 2 seats open in a Plainsboro district, like Plainsboro Township, and there are 3 contestants running for that one.
What is your position name actually? What you're running for the position?
So there is no position for that position is just the member, and once you are a member, then there are various committees in the board, and then you have to serve in those committees. There are no positions like that. Once you are in the board, they okay. might make you a president or treasurer or in the treasurer committee or something like that, but there is no, you don't run election based on the position.
Okay. How many members will be there in the education system totally?
Total will be 9 members, okay. 5 from West Windsor, 4 from Plainsboro.
All equal roles?
All have equal roles.
Okay. Who will vote for the members?
So for
general public or anybody? How the voting system will be? So
for so there are 5 seats for the West Windsor, right? So technically the WWP is a regional school district. Okay. In the regional school district, there are 2 different towns involved into that one. So one is Plainsboro, other one is West Windsor. Okay. So Plainsboro has a 4 seats. So whenever the election for the Plainsboro candidate, the citizens, the United States citizens vote for, like living in a Plainsboro, votes for that for those members, whoever is running for the election. So this will be, your name will be on the ballot paper, right, on the regular and November elections? That is correct. So on the November 5 election, right, on the top there will be a presidential candidates, then after that county, and then in the bottom you're gonna see the various town positions. You're gonna see kind of a like town committees, fire election, school board election, and in that one you're gonna my name will be there.
Okay, and this position will be non-partisan. There won't be any Republican or Democratic, any other parties, not related to any parties.
Correct. The school board is a non-partisan election, so there will be no political party involved in this one.
So after elected, there will be any influence on the parties like Democratic or Republicans? There won't be any.
No. So school has no influence from any of the political party.
Okay, that's good to know. Like, most of our audience, how here the system will works. Thanks for giving the details. If you given elected, like, what is your vision of our school district over the next few years?
So my vision for the school district, over the years, like school district have done exceptional job to do the excellence in the academic stuff, right? So I want to continue that, but on top of that, what I see some concerns from the residents of Plainsboro. So what I want to do is focus on them. So like the examples I can give it, make sure that every student gets the equal opportunity where they come from, doesn't matter. They get their mental well-being is being taken care. There is some bullying happen, right? So yes, I want to make sure they enhance the rule of the bullying, and I want to make sure that everyone is respected in the schools. The other thing I want to do is that this is the AI-driven world. There are a lot of challenges happen in the physical safety and what is must in the school district, but a part of that, there is a digital safety is also required, right? There are a lot of ransomware attack happens, and the children need some kind of education on that. We need to make sure that they do the right things. So the challenges are also different with the AI, right? AI brought a lot of new challenges, yes. So we have to work towards it. So I want to work with the school district and make sure we do the right thing, we teach the right thing, and our children are ready for the digital world.
Right now, how many students are there if you elected, how many students, and what will be the staff, like a teaching or principal? Can you tell about that?
So in our district, roughly around 9,000 students are there. Okay. There are 10 schools. And then every school have principals, and then teachers depends on how many classes you have it and stuff like that. How many students are there? So that numbers can be vary every year.
Yeah, but each school they have one principal.
Correct. And
teachers depend on the students, the capacity.
That is correct, yeah. Okay. So the overall ratio in the the West WWP district is 12 per 1, 12 students.
Oh, 12 teacher per student. Yeah. Okay. And what do you see as the biggest challenge facing our schools today?
So biggest challenge I'm seeing is that based on my discussion with a lot of parents, teachers, what I see is that the transparency, right? The community is not involved in many of the decisions, right? So what I believe in that we should have every stakeholder should be involved, every stakeholder should be informed and involved into the high stake decisions, right? That would help the community will feel much much better with that. Right now I see frustration that won't happen in future.
So most of in the school USA, all the schools funded by the taxpayers, right? There won't be any other sources for the budget or anything. So what you suggest, when you elect, what will be the budget allocation and how you distribute? Very often you going to sit with the city people about the budget and stuff.
So in the school district, right, there is a committee and there is a liaison who works with the town, right? So generally most of the fundings for the school district, right? So it, like, all the town, whoever lives in the town pays the property tax, right? Those certain percentage goes to the school district. And then they also get some of the funding from the state. It depends on the school district and size and all. There are multiple scenarios behind it, but they also get some funding from there as well.
But major will be the taxpayers, and some it goes to library, and some, like, they distribute. But major portion will be from the taxpayers.
Correct. The major portion comes from the property taxes of the town.
Okay. These distributions, very often the members, like when you elect, they're going to call you about the budgets and stuff. You sit together with the budget.
So that
who is the decision makers actually for the budget?
So the taxes is decided by the town, right? The school will have a vision, right? So school, when you decide the school, right, like let's say you sit in a finance committee, the school will make a decisions that
this year,
what will be the their goal or vision in next 5 years, right? Based on that, they will forecast that this is how much money they're expecting and stuff like that, right? So it's not the school make a decision how much tax you're gonna have it and stuff, but school will have their vision, they will forecast and stuff, but they don't make that decision. But I'm not in the board yet. I might not have the proper information for that. But
once you involve, you come to know all the details.
Correct,
like
exactly.
Okay, got it. Fair enough. How do you plan to involve the community in decision making processes?
So I have been working on like for last couple of years with the school district on few issues, like there was some, we were trying to work with the middle school and high school well-being, students well-being, right? We work with the parents, we work with some of the teacher, and we kind of work with the school district to form a committee, like school district, like after our inputs and speeches and what we did, they form a committee to do the to do the research on that, right? And then that committee involves some of our parent coalition people, and then some of the parents, some of the teachers, some of the board members involved in that as well. And so I have done that, and I'm gonna continue doing that that kind of collaboration with everybody,
And you said you're voluntarily working so far. Any faults, like do you find during this time, and what are your strengths to better than the old members?
So the current members is doing exceptional job. I do not. The reason one of the member is retiring right now, so I want to just fill in the gap, and I'm bringing a fresh perspective. So that's the reason I want to bring a fresh perspective. I'm coming from outside. I might have a different vision. So we can look. They're doing good, but there is a room for improvement, and I can probably bring some different perspective on that.
Okay. What are your thoughts on ensuring a safe and supportive environment for the students and staff?
So one thing, as I mentioned, like physical safety is definitely there. School is doing exceptional job in it. What I want to focus is that the digital safety, because AI bought a lot of it makes easy lot of function for us, for students, for teachers, for everybody, right? But it's gonna also bring a lot of challenges, right? It brings a lot of bullying cases, a lot of things happen with that, like new challenges comes in there with it. So I want to work with that and then enhance the policy according to that, right? The old policy might not be compatible with the AI and stuff. So I will work with that. So make sure that based on the current digital requirement, we change the policy as well.
Okay. How do you plan to work with the teachers, administrators, and parents to achieve common goals?
So what my goal is that as we spoke earlier as well in the previous question, that build a kind of a coalition, work with the parent, have an input of everybody in the high stake decisions, and that will make impact to the district.
Good. So for like you have a knowledge about what to do, what not to do. You said you did some voluntary work so many years. How old are your students? What are they studying in the school? What
Uh,
grade are they now?
you mean to say
Your children?
my children are
Yeah.
like the one is in elementary, another one is in high school now.
Okay. Okay. Good. Depend on you attended so many parent meetings and stuff regularly, right? What are the like major problems about homework, or how the parents will come, like more than 80% all the parents will come, how the parents role will be in the school system?
So the education is a little bit different here. I've attended few parents meeting definitely, and what the teacher explained that how your kid is doing and how they are like what are the progress they're seeing, if they see any concerns on them and stuff like that. But the educational system, parents like we have to focus on our children, and definitely school is the school's like school job is to technically do the educational stuff,
Yeah.
academic stuff for us, and definitely it helps.
Okay. Apart from school regular studies, what are the physical activities they encourage for the students?
So it depends.
Like a sports and other activities. Like.
Correct. So it depends on which grade you are in the school. So they do have a various programs, like they run winter session, and then they have like a fall, spring, all different kind of seasonal sports, and it depends on a grade, and they will involve. But they do have a very good sports stuff, and in fact they recently they added a cricket into the high school. Like both the high school have a now team. The high school south and high school north both have the cricket team now.
Okay. They have gym and internal sports, and they have any outside activities for the sports?
Yeah, the schools have a very well equipped all these facilities. They have a football thing. They have a football stadium. They do have the field for the baseball. They do have now I see also they do some work on a cricket as well. They do have they do have a facilities for every sports. The school is supporting on that.
Good. And once you elected, if everything goes right, what is your new things to introduce? Before, like you saw some members they did. You are talking about AI, like right now the current, like the students, the most developing stage in depend on the world AI. Everybody is looking at AI. What kind of AI things you want to introduce to help the education system?
So look, adding some of the stuff, like definitely I don't want to use the student to use the AI to do the homework, right? But
Yes.
other than that, like to teach like to make you can use the AI in a productive way, right? You don't want to use it in a negative way, but definitely it should be used for the students well, like definitely I would suggest not for the students but for the teachers.
Yeah, the teachers
can use AI to make their things
to
like
better education.
better education.
Yeah. And what you want to tell your voters, how strong you are, how you can convince, what are your opinions to vote on your name?
Sure. So what I would say is that I'm running for a fresh perspective in a school district. School district is doing a phenomenal job over the last 10 years, and then they bring this, like we are standing out in every academic stuff we can have it. What I want to do is that on top of those school goals, I want to make sure that every student gets enough opportunity. Every students get the mental health support they need from the school. Also, like, I want to enhance the anti-bullying, right? So that everybody can be very respectful in our schools. One last thing I want to do is that that in our, like, schools, like the taxes, right? Every taxpayer's money are, like, spend it, like all the resources they use, they spend wisely, effectively, and that's one of those are my goals for that. So I would say, like, vote for me on November 5. I'm bringing a fresh perspective to the school district. I have nothing against anyone, but I just want to run and serve the community, and that's about it.
Thank you, Hanif. You shared your thoughts and what you do for the education system and for the better future of the students. Nice to meet you, and you all the way come to our studio and you shared your thoughts, and you requested why the voters have to vote on you. Good luck for your future, and after winning, like, one more time, we can have a chat with you. Good luck, Hanif.
Thank you for having me here, and I
Thank you
really
very much.